Yes, sir. What is going on, everybody? I'm just a tad bit late, but I'm here. What is going on, everybody, on tonight? Welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard here on YouTube, here on the Big Time Show YouTube page, on the YouTube page of the Sports Empire Network, also on Facebook, Big Time Show page, my personal page. I am on Twitter, or I should be on Twitter. I need somebody to go to Twitter real quick. You see where the handle is. I just need to know, what do you see? I know I cannot get the comments, but I need to know, what do you see? It gave me on Twitter. It gave me part of the show, but for some reason it cut off, and I do not understand why, or whatever the case may be. But someone go to Twitter real quick. Let me know if you see me. Come back to wherever you're watching me from. Just say, hey, I see you on Twitter. I'm not going to be able to read your comments on Twitter. The system that I use does not allow me to use the comments for Twitter. So I appreciate it if someone would just let me know what I'm looking like over there. I would appreciate it so much. At Big Time Luke, I should be there live right now as we speak. I should be live right there now, and then we can go ahead and move on. But hey, what's going on, everybody? Monday night, Big Time Show, 7 o'clock. Here we are to talk about a little bit more Cowboy talk. See what you guys are feeling right now. Not a whole lot of news over the weekend. Okay, I thank you on Poppy, and I see I can be seen on Twitter. Good. I got you. Thank you so much. Not a lot of Cowboy talk as of today, other than, of course, Jerry Jones has spoken from the owners' meeting today, kind of reiterating some things that. Appreciate you, Eddie. I see you, man. Eddie Woods, my partner there, he's on Twitter as well. Again, for those that watch on Twitter, I know that I've had a few people that over the years actually that watched on Twitter, and maybe I'm sorry, I cannot see your comments on Twitter. The only way you're going to be seen as far as your comments, if there's any questions or hate or whatever, the only way that I'll see you is unless, of course, you come to YouTube or Facebook. That way I can see your comments live. So for those that just have to watch me on Twitter, I'm just letting you know I need you to come to Facebook or Twitter or Podbean. I can see your comments live. You just won't be able to see me live. If you watch by Podbean, you'll only be able to listen to me by that way. So I appreciate you guys. Hang with your boy. Give me a chance to share real quick. I'm sharing right now. I'm going to speak to everybody in just a second. I'm sharing right now to a few groups. I hope that you would help your boy out and do the same. Listen, I want to thank everybody. Now, I don't know who sees me, but we hit a milestone on the Big Time Show. It's amazing to see. After just about 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I started this in the pandemic. I started this really long time ago. If you guys have been following my personal page for a long time, you'll know that I did the Cowboy Report forever, but I wasn't doing it live. Sometime it was live, but mostly I did just post, and a lot of people started, kind of waiting to see what I had to say about the Cowboys. Got a lot of followers all of a sudden from that point. I decided to go live during the pandemic. Started this podcast, and I want to let you guys know something incredible has happened. I just found out today, actually, when I got home. I have over 2,100 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not even counting all of the ones that are, that follow me on Facebook. If you're on the Big Time Show page, I believe we right about at 800 or something like that. My personal page, I have over, almost over 2,000 Facebook friends who have followed me over to the Big Time Show page. So really, essentially, I got probably right at over almost close to 3,000 people or fans of the show. That's incredible. I never thought that it would be like this. But most importantly, on YouTube, we just hit a milestone. We have now over 4,000 watch hours. Now, good Lord. I got over 4,000 watch hours, I'm sorry, on YouTube. Man, and what that does for me, what it does now is put me in a position now where my YouTube channel is finally monetized or will be monetized. I've met all the requirements. It's not me, it's because of you. For those that have watched me, you guys have took my show to another level. So very soon, you will be able to, if you now, it's not a requirement, but if you want to so help your boy, you'll be able to do the money chat thing, whatever super chat thing on my page very shortly, where you can support your boy that way. So it's gonna be there for you. I don't know if it's on there or not. I don't know how YouTube works as far as that goes. I ain't never been on this level before. I don't know if it's there. If you're on YouTube right now, Greg and let me see, CC, C, let me know. 300K up next. I hear you, Stephon. What's up, Stephon? That's my high school classmate. What's up, class of '91 in the house, man? I appreciate that. I hope I do get to 300,000. I mean, good Lord, that would be nice. I appreciate it, man. Somebody want to talk about Cowboys or whatever. What I was going to ask is before I get started, 'cause I really ain't got much tonight. If you're on YouTube, appreciate that, Coach Bree Love. If you're on YouTube, let me know if you see that $ thing there. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's eligible now. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. I guess I'll look myself. How about that? I'll look myself. Let me see. No, it's not there. Okay, I answered myself. No, I just looked. It is not there yet. So it just hit over 4,000 yesterday. So I haven't got the email from YouTube saying that my channel is completely monetized now, or have the chance to earn money now. So hey, it's because of you guys. It ain't. Y'all just saw it, Joe. I saw it myself. Appreciate you, man. It's because of you guys, people like Joe and Coach Breedlove, who've been with me for a pretty good while now. Miss Ty, who's been there from the beginning, on Podbean, all of some of my friends. You know who you guys are. I mean, hey, I can't do nothing but salute you guys because you're the reason why the show has hit that level. You know, I could sit here and just be talking to nobody. That's how it started off. I really want to talk to really a lot of people. It just grew. Let this be a testament to everybody. You know, you just never know if you just keep working the seed that you planted. I don't mean to preach, but y'all know I'm a preacher. So if you just keep working on the seed that you planted, sooner or later that thing gonna grow. But you got to keep working at it. Some days it don't seem like it ain't about nothing. Then before you know it, you get 2,000 followers. So I understand the growth. You know, some people just like to hear, I guess, what I got to say. I guess I don't know, but I appreciate you guys. Listen, let's talk real quick. Jerry Jones, talked today at the owners meeting. Most of you guys know that because you're loyal fans like I am, and your phone has notifications for everything like mine does. So you've been watching, or you've heard what Jerry had to say today. In particular, you heard what he had to say about Ezekiel Elliott. It was just like I told you guys. It was just like I told you. I told you that the Cowboys did not even offer a contract. Jerry said it today. They didn't offer a cut salary. They gave him a chance to, and really it's not bad. It's not that they didn't, really want him, I guess, if you want to say that. Well, they didn't want him, but they didn't want to insult him with a contract. They wanted him to go out and find his worth. And so far, Zika has not signed a contract. It may not be because he wasn't offered one, but what it may be is Ezekiel think he's probably more than what he think, more than what he thinks he ought to be getting more than what maybe he should be offered. He's just finding out that the value of the running back position is not that strong, especially a older type running back. And Ezekiel Elliott is young, but in football language, he's a little bit older. And I don't care nothing about it, as I told you before. I don't care anything about him doing all these Instagram videos like I told you he would. He doing all this cutting and all that kind of stuff. I knew he would. It don't mean nothing. You on the field, most people would agree that Zeke has lost some production or whatever the case may be. I'm one that kind of argued it because he had over 800 yards with one good leg. That was last year. And he split carries with Tony Pollard. So if he got 800 yards, off about, between 14 and 16 carries a game and still got over 800 some odd yards, I mean, the easy projection will show you he should have got 1,000 yards easily. He did all this on a bad leg, so I believe that he's better than even what his stats said on this year. Hey Terry, I see you. So he's finding out now what's going on. But Jerry, of course, loved to whet the appetite of Dallas Cowboy Nation, and he threw this little caveat in with talking about Ezekiel Elliott. He said that he's not opposed to bringing him back. That's what he said. And if you believe that, you ain't got regular sense. I mean, I don't mean to insult you tonight. I don't mean to insult you, but if you believe that, then you're really not thinking. The reason why I'm saying that is look at what the Cowboys have done. They've already taken care of this. I ain't saying as far as production goes, but at least on paper, they've already addressed the running back position. They got Ronald Jones. Okay. You already paid Ezekiel Elliott, so the choice for the number one running back spot is already made. It's Tony Pollard. You come back and get Ronald Jones. You sign Rico Dow, and you still have Malik Davis. That's 4. Now that may not be sexy to you guys, but they've already addressed. They got 2 running backs. Plus, of course, they have the draft that's coming up as well. So if they really wanted, Zeke back, I just believe they would have had a back by now. I think Jerry is just giving hope to some Cowboy fans that he know gonna bite that apple. I'm not biting it at all. Personally speaking, I don't think Ezekiel should be back with his team. That's me. I get a lot of pushback on that, but it's just time to move on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not productive, because he still is productive. He has value. He does have value. He had 12 touchdowns last year, and that means something. I don't want him. Love him. Know what he meant to the organization. Love him. Now they saying he got his team down to three choices, and one of those choices are the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me tell you, let me tell you something. If he went to Philadelphia, you know he just want to get back at the Cowboys. And I mean, we'll play him twice a year, and trust me, he'll go back through the time machine, try to destroy us. So um, I don't want that. I don't want him to go to Philly, but he's a free agent. He can sign wherever he wants to sign. The other thing is what Greg said, which already beat me to the punch. You know that that's not going to be the case, because if you haven't heard today, some of our newer players that we have, their numbers came. They have their own numbers now for on the team. And today, Stephon Gilmore is number 21 now. Yeah. Now the thing that could be, I guess the little small caveat, because Cowboy fans like to hold on to hold on to anything. When the preseason, because you got so many teams, so many players on your preseason team before they make the cut. There are there are players that have the same number. So, if you want to hold on to that, you can go hold on to that. If Zeke came back, he'll probably be number 21 again. 21 again, sharing it with Gilmore, but he's not coming back. That's why the Cowboys so close. It almost reminds me of all this talk that a lot of Cowboy fans had with Dez Bryant before CeeDee Lamb got drafted. There was a rumor because Jerry said he think about Dez in the shower. And all of a sudden, Cowboy fans wanted him back. But then as soon as CeeDee Lamb was drafted, the very first thing that Jerry Jones did was give CeeDee Lamb the number 88. Well, guess what? That killed a lot of dreams right there. You knew it was over then. I'm saying it's the same thing with this. The Cowboys don't retire numbers. They don't retire numbers. They retire players. However, you haven't seen nobody wear number 12. That's Roger Staubach. You haven't seen anybody have 82. That's Jason Witten. You haven't seen anyone, I don't think, lately, and I may stand corrected on this, but I don't think you've seen anybody with 22. That's Emmett. So you ain't seen number 12 there. Nobody ain't put that jersey on. When Jason Witten walked out, his jersey has not been put on again. Even though they don't retire numbers, it's just the respect level is there. When you start talking about 21, me personally, I don't think that Ezekiel Elliott should have wore 21, because anybody that wears 21 after Dion shouldn't been wearing that jersey. So they got reverence for Staubach and rightfully so. Emmett, rightfully so, and Jason Witten, rightfully so. They won't even pull that jersey down, even though it's not retired. They retired it in their own way. So Gilmore now has 21. I think that's a easy sign to see that for those that may be holding a candle for Ezekiel Elliott, you just back and go ahead and blow it out. You can go ahead and blow that candle out. He's not coming back. It is what it is. Hopefully he does not go. Hopefully he does not go to Philly. But even if he does go to Philly, he won't be starting. He'll be a backup there, because Miles Sanders will be your starting running back. It'll be a very nice 1-2 punch, I think. And the Philadelphia Eagle players have been tweeting at Zeke saying, you need to come run behind this line and stuff like that. So, a lot of teams would love to have Zeke. No doubt about it. But as far as Cowboys go, Jerry made the right decision to move on. I don't know why he giving this false hope to Cowboy fans by what he said today about Zeke Elliott. It's just time to move on. And Zeke will be missed, no doubt. Gonna be hard to replace him because he's not trash. He has value in a lot of different ways on this team. And I just don't think that you can just say, "Hey, buy Zeke." Is sometimes it may take two people to try to. It may take two people to try to get it done for him. Seriously, Zeke still was productive. He was. He just wasn't 1,400-yard rusher, 1,300-yard rusher. That just wasn't him anymore. That's why Pollard is the man. It's just that simple. So, Jerry did a lot of yip like he always does. He talked about that. He also talked about another issue that, it just depends on, it's kind of like the old statement when they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, this little information that he put out today is going to be pretty only if you see it that way. And that was the matter of Terrence Steele. What's up, John? I see you. Thanks for popping in. Steele, the way that he talked about Steele was that he's the backup swing tackle. I almost want to say / starter as well. That's what I want to say. But he used the start. He used it as him saying he described him as the backup swing tackle, which means if Tyron Smith, and I hate to say this, not really if Tyron Smith gets hurt, it's really just a matter of when. He's saying that Steele would move to left tackle. That's what he's saying. He's saying he would move to left tackle. He's already the starting right tackle. But what makes it very interesting is that if he moves Steele to left tackle, if Tyron gets hurt, then who is our right tackle? That's the question. Because, see, I would believe that Tyler Smith would move back to left guard in that case. He hasn't played right tackle. He's just played left guard and he's played left tackle. I would assume that if Tyron Smith get hurt the way Jerry is talking, then Steele would move to left tackle. I don't remember. Somebody might even throw up the thing and say, "Hey, Steele can play guard." I don't know that, and keep Tyler Smith at left tackle. I don't think that would happen. I think Tyler Smith would move to left guard. Steele would be left tackle. But the question would be, who would play right tackle? And that's what I really want to ask y'all tonight. I would love, let me throw another name that I fell in love with last year. Two names. Collins was hurt last year. But before he got hurt, he was knocking people around. Antonio Antoine Collins, it was something like that. I'm sorry. And then Farraknock. I know Farraknock from the guard position was pushing folks around easily. That was an argument that could have been made that Jason Peters has not been signed. He's not been signed, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not banking on no 41-year-old offensive lineman. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I understand he's a Hall of Fame player, but we saying Zeke too old. My God. I mean, Jason Peters was on a part-time basis. And you know, when Tyron Smith goes down, he go down for a long time. It ain't no 4-week injury. He be gone for about 9-10 games. There's no way in the world you can depend on Jason Peters for 10 straight weeks. No way. He showed you that last year. He played on a limited basis last year and got hurt. So, and maybe that answer again, maybe that answer will be answered through the draft. You see, we can't really just, there's some things we can do and saying, okay, we're ready to play football right now with this group. Like for instance, our secondary. We don't have no room for another corner. Except maybe one when they let go of Anthony Brown, or if they decide to let go of Jordan Lewis, which I really don't want, but somebody got to go. I mean, we don't have room. I mean, what they gonna play? Bland is your third cornerback. Gilmore and Diggs are your two starters. Okay. Jordan Lewis is probably your 4. Izzy may be your 5, and he can play safety. I ain't brought up Kelvin Joseph. So I'm saying, like, why we gonna draft a cornerback? I mean, because that we're set there. We're ready to play football right now from the cornerback in secondary position. Got 3 safeties. We 4 because Bell is still there. We're ready to play football right now from the secondary position. So when it's kind of easy to see a little bit that we're gonna, which way the draft is gonna go. I've been saying for a while that with the 26th pick, we're going O-line. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're gonna go offensive line with 26. Even I'm saying this, even if Bijan Robinson is there at 26. I'm saying that. I believe the Cowboys are going there. I believe they're ready to rock from the running back position. They're going to do this committee thing, and they're going to be ready to go. But I really do believe that we're going to go offensive lineman at 26. And it wouldn't be a bad move. It just ain't going to be sexy because the Cowboys want all pros every time they pick somebody. That's not how it works. I would love to have, as we get ready to go to the future, I would love to have 2 first-round draft picks on the offensive line. I would love to have it. The future is near. We're getting a little longer in the tooth as far as offensive line goes, y'all. Zach Martin, as great as he is, he's getting older. He ain't really just been hurt. See what I'm saying? He's getting there. We already know about Steele and Tyron Smith. We already know we can't really depend on them. So now we're at the point now where we really got to start thinking about the future. This is a good opportunity to grab somebody. Everybody like their kid from Florida, the left guard. I don't know if he's valued to be on 26. The kid from Oklahoma, the offensive tackle, he's projected to be in the first round, the lower end of the first round. I think these would be good picks. It ain't going to be sexy because it ain't going to be Bijan and wide receiver and all that kind of stuff. I just think we need to go O-line starting off. It'll be a smart pick. And it's time to start looking at it that way. The Cowboys are known for holding on to players so long. That's what we've done. That's what we're doing now, in my opinion, with Tyron Smith. You just holding on until the wheels literally fall off, and they do. So I just think that'd be a sexy, a smart pick for us to go O-line at 26. And speaking of the draft, for those that are waiting for a splash move, most of us was kind of like wondering. I was one kind of like, okay, Bobby Wagner still hadn't been signed yet. That's what I was saying. Then all of a sudden, I see Seattle gets him for only $7 million. And you may be saying, like, we could have did that. We could have signed him for $7 million. Well, T Smooth, I see you. Cowboys already signed the LVE. You may be saying, like, well, we could have signed him for $7 million. Here's my question, though. We'll never know this. But what did the Cowboys offer Bobby? I believe Bobby went to the highest bidder, because that's what he said. He's going to let the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys figure out what his value was. The Seahawks offered him $7 million. He heard him and signed it, went back home. I wonder what the Cowboys offered him. I guarantee you it wasn't $7 million. See what I'm saying? So they've already, the Cowboys, while we was hollering for Bobby, we may have offered him something, but we weren't serious about it enough. We had already kind of, not saying that we paid the money for LVE, but they had already made up their mind. It seemed like to me that we're gonna roll with LVE, we're gonna roll with Devin Harper, we're gonna roll with Michael Parsons, we're gonna roll with Clark, and we're gonna roll with Cox. I believe they already had their mind made up. To me, that's what I feel like. I didn't think they really were serious about Bobby anyway, because you can't insult the man with a cheap contract. You just can't. The man is an all-pro linebacker. He just made all-pro team last year. So you can't insult him. If you offered him anything under $6 million, that's an insult to a guy like that. I don't think the Cowboys were serious about it. I don't. To sign a Bobby Wagner only to $7 million. Oh yeah, we weren't serious about Bobby. That's all it showed me. Now some of you are holding on to the dream of DeAndre Hopkins. I don't see that happening at all. Just sign Byron Cooks. You're not giving him the number 2 spot. We got our number 2. That's Cooks. You're not going to get DeAndre Hopkins. You're not. So, y'all can kill that dream too. It just, it will look nice, but DeAndre not coming to Dallas. I don't care how much time he get on Twitter with Dez Bryant. I don't care. Because every time y'all see him, he's in Dallas, Texas. And it don't mean nothing. Cowboys, while we're thinking about DeAndre, the Dallas Cowboys were thinking about Brandon Cooks. They weren't thinking about DeAndre Hopkins. Exactly. In other words, what I'm saying is that the Cowboys have done the work that they need to do in free agency. They shocked all of us, most of us. They've done the work. They're through now. Other than filling in for depth after they do the draft. All roads lead now to the draft. All roads. They lead now to the draft. This is what the Cowboys do. They went out the norm. They did what we didn't expect them to do. They solidified. They made our team better, offensively and defensively. They made it better. Now the rest of it gonna come through the draft. It's just my opinion. They would shock me if they did something else in free agency. The next time we do free agency will be after the draft, and that will be for depth. It's no question in my mind about it. I believe that we've done what we're supposed to do. We almost ready to play football, y'all. The truth be told, we are almost ready to play the roster or the potential roster after this draft, and we'll know kind of who gonna make the team and all that kind of stuff when training camp starts and all this talk and all that. Who looked good at training camp and who did this and who didn't do that. We'll kind of, because everybody get drafted may not make the team, but we'll have a better idea of what's going on. And then we can almost say, hey, we almost ready to play football right now. We almost are there. We almost. A lot of people want Max Duggan to be picked up. Yeah, hey, Shane. I don't think they're going to use a draft pick on that, though, Shane. That'll be one of those free agents they saying. They're not going to draft a rookie and all that kind of stuff. They'll get that in free agency. A kicker. And for those that are on Podbean, Shane just asked a question about it. Said the position that no one is talking about is the field goal kicker. We need one desperately. I agree 100% with Shane. I just don't think that that won't be no rookie. That'll be done in free agency. We'll find a kicker. Do that. I believe that. But all roads now lead to the draft. All roads lead to the draft. Real. We just about almost ready to play some football. Almost. A lot of kids want the Duggan kid, as I just said before, as I look at my notes. From TCU, the quarterback. I think McCarthy loves him. I think Jones family like him. He would be in a battle with Cooper Rush. Let me put it that way. He will not be in competition with Dak Prescott. And I will say this for those who may be holding up a candle for Max Duggan from TCU, the quarterback there, is all I'm going to tell you. This is not the Big 12 conference. That's all I'm going to say. This is the NFL. This is the NFL. This is not TCU playing Kansas State. You understand? This is not the Big 12 conference. This is not Iowa State. You know what I'm saying? This is not Nebraska that you playing. No. It's the NFL. So things that worked at TCU may not necessarily work in the NFL. I'm not trying to knock the kid. I don't know, but I've seen plenty of great little quarterbacks come out of college, get to the NFL, ain't worth a dime. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And Max Duggan has never struck me as a game-changing quarterback. I only see two. And don't get me wrong, some of y'all may say I'm saying it because he's a Caucasian man. No, there's some other black quarterbacks that are getting over pumped up too, and I don't think they're that good. Like everybody love this kid Richardson from Florida. It's because he's big as a house, 250 or something like that. Big kid, 6'4", rocket arm, all that. He ain't that good. I'm just since y'all some folks might get mad at him. Whatever Josh Richardson or whatever his name is from Florida, the black quarterback, he is not that great. He's not a difference maker. He's not a game changer. You understand? He's not. He has raw talent. He has potential, but he's not raw. See what I'm saying? And he's probably gonna end up going in the first round. And somebody gonna pay the price for drafting him that high, and he's not that dude. He's just not. I only see two: C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young. Now those two guys are difference makers. And even on that note, when it comes to CJ Stroud, well, all I'm gonna say is this. I done seen a lot of good Ohio State quarterbacks at Ohio State. Yeah. But when they got to the NFL, we ain't heard nothing from them. Nothing. Nobody. Nobody. So even on that note, the jury for me is still out on CJ Stroud. Now, when it comes to Bryce Young, I'm sold on Bryce Young. I'm sold. Exactly, Greg. I'm just saying. And Duggan is projected to go day 2 or day 3. So we're talking about third round, maybe third or fourth round, which is a great spot for him to get drafted, because when you get drafted that high, you borderline pushing to be a starter. He's not gonna be a starter for us. Even if he was a Cowboy, and you get, and his contract would automatically mean 4 years, okay? 4 years, Dak Prescott still gonna be our starting quarterback. Still young. We'll never know how good he gonna be. I'm serious. Now, he might be good enough to compete with Cooper Rush, but he wouldn't. That's another one though, Shane. You say I wouldn't be surprised if Hendon Hooker is still in the draft. Hooker from Tennessee is good. Not with us, he won't be. See, the Cowboys never draft a quarterback that will challenge the starting quarterback like Romo, lately. And a guy like Romo and Dak, they'll never bring anybody in to challenge them. And some of you may be saying, well, they need to. But Dak ain't worth a dime. Or you may have said, well, Romo needed challenges. Did they ever do it? Nope. Nope. No, I don't see it happening. So you just got to keep in mind that he, the court, everybody want him. Everybody want him. You're going to have to draft another quarterback too. You may have to, or you have to sign one. I wouldn't be surprised if we draft one. I wouldn't be. But in the third or fourth round, maybe, it might be a little too high for me. Dak Prescott was picked in the fourth round. Remember, Dak was never projected to be where he is now. Matter of fact, he was the third quarterback behind Kellen Moore and Tony Romo. It just so happened that both quarterbacks went down in the same year, and we were forced to put Dak in. And the rest, they say, is history. That's rare when it happens. But I just don't see us picking anybody that's going to challenge. John Cofield says Dak will get challenged if we get Hendon Hooker. I don't think they even give him an opportunity, though. I just don't. I can't see that. And they invested in the Cooper Rush. That's the other thing. They invested in the Cooper Rush now. They invested into him. So if Dak go down, please understand. As a matter of fact, now I'm talking, let me take that back. They paid too much money for Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush will be under the center if Dak go down. No doubt about that. No doubt. They done paid him too big of money to even really have too much discussion. But, I'm not in the building. Some of you may want another quarterback as far as drafting, maybe day 2, day 3, or whatever the case may be. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Not saying it ain't gonna happen, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't. there's one area, and I'll close with this. There's one area that we haven't addressed yet, but we are supposedly addressing it, and that is the defensive tackle position. Jerry said today that they're working hard to re-sign Hankins. They're working hard to re-sign Hankins. As of now, we're in the same spot that we've been in for the last God knows how long when we start talking about run stopping and who we have in the middle, who are the big guys. We still ain't solved this problem yet. Now, Hankins got hurt a little bit last year, but he was in. He's productive. I've always said OC is a playmaking defensive tackle. He needs to be like on a NASCAR formation. You know, he's fast. He can get in there, but consistently, OC gets pushed around a little bit too easy because he's not huge. Quentin Bohanna, he's not what we thought he would be. Vel Gallimore is partially hurt, and he's not what we thought he would be. The other one was pretty good. Was oh my God, I be having these names on my head, and then it just leaves me. Oh God, number 91, I believe his name. The other big defensive tackle that made plays, the one that caught an interception. I'm sorry if I don't. Oh, I just can't think of it right now. But anyway, those were our two best defensive tackles, without a doubt. But we still haven't solved it yet. Maybe that gets addressed in the draft. Maybe. There's a couple kids there that can help us. No doubt. The kid from Pittsburgh. Defensive tackle. Forgive me for the name again. Goodness. But he's pretty good. You got some guys that can fit the bill. And we're gonna need that on defense to make our defense stronger. Oh, Brian Smith says it would be worth paying big money to get Simmons from the Titans, but you know, when you say big money / Cowboys, that don't quite register. Remember, we just got to trade. We traded for Gilmore and Cooks. But signing a free agent to a big money deal, that's still not us. We're excited. The offseason has been because of 2 trades, not free agent signings. So the Cowboys really haven't done, you know, we signed our people. No, I want to talk about Sam Williams. Sam plays outside. I was talking about oh God, I'm gonna have to look it up. You said when you say a holding defense field trade 26. Well, you know what? That's not a bad idea, Brian, because it all depends on what's gonna be there. Like, I don't quite know. That's what I'm looking for, John. Now, thank you, sir. Carlos Watkins. Carlos Watkins played great football for us last year. He made plays. He caused pressure. He was a run stuffer. He was actually one of our better defensive tackles. He played better than Bohanna. If you ask me, and that's depending on what you're really looking for from a defensive tackle, Carlos Watkins and Hankins was our better two. Now, argument could be made for OC. We don't need Cam Newton said anymore. Y'all take him. Y'all take him. Oh, and you know what? Let me say this about Cam. Thank you, Sid. I don't know what the problem is, but I you know, okay, if you want to say 32, I get it. But please don't tell me there are 32 backup second string quarterbacks that are better than Cam Newton. That's a bunch of no. And most teams carry 3 quarterbacks. Please don't tell me what's 32 times 3. That's 6. That's 96. Please don't tell me there are 96 quarterbacks better than Cam Newton right now. I'm doing total. 32 third string quarterbacks that are better than Cam Newton. So what I'm trying to say is Cam Newton deserves a job. I don't know why Cam wasn't in the league last year. I'm just saying. I don't get it. I don't get that. Hopefully Cam will be finding his way to team because he still want to play. Hopefully it is. Byron saying he's locking in on Simmons. Will fix our defensive line. Yeah, I agree, but we ain't gonna pay that type of money. You know that. You know that. Look, let's just be happy. Yeah, it would be great if you had Simmons and Hankins. I agree, Brian, but let's just be happy. Let's just be joyous that this man, you know, finally did some trades. You know what I'm saying? We weren't quiet. You know, we were pretty loud this all season so far. We were pretty loud. I'm just grateful for that. You know, can't get too greedy. Shane said, Bishop, are you trading up in the draft or trading back, or are you staying put and selecting a player? What would I do? If it was me, I would try to make the offense as great as possible. And so I'm going O-line first at 26. And then if I'm not going O-line, if my guy's not there, I'm taking if Bijan is there, I'm taking Bijan Robinson. The thought of having Pollard and Bijan Robinson is dangerous. I know we just signed Ronald Jones, and you know we quick to let go of Rico Dow, so I ain't really just worried about that. But if you get Bijan there, that helps your offense and Pollard. And if you went O-line, that helps your offense as well. That's if I'm staying put. Now, I wouldn't trade up because who we really going to get? I mean, what do we really need that is there that we really just got to have? I don't see nothing. Trading up. You know, unless you're going to get a game changer like Will Robinson from Alabama, you know. But he's top 5, top 6 pick. You know, that's you know, if you're trading up, you might as well go get what you really want. I don't know who we, depending on what we really want. And I don't think that's worth moving up there because you're going to give up a lot. Now, trading back is a conversation because if you don't have your offensive lineman that you want on the board graded well, or if you don't have Robinson there, because Gibbs from Alabama will probably be there on day 2. I think Gibbs is going to be a second round pick from Alabama, the running back, and he's more like Pollard. But I'm just saying, if you can trade back, that might be attractive. It might be real attractive, actually. I can see that. I can see that. I can actually see that happening. If our guys, or at least the guys that look, trust me, everybody, the Cowboys board and our board is quite different. So our board and their board is quite different. We're saying we need Bijan. They may not be thinking about Bijan at all because they've already addressed the running back position. See what I'm saying? But the Cowboys, we're notorious now for getting offensive line. We're notorious for that. We do that. So that's why I'm saying I think we're going O-line. But if we trade back, the idea of trading back sounds better than trading up. Now, who is this long person just got on my show? What is this? I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, checks about the price of Lord and any competitive quality. So I guess this will happen when you get a whole lot of followers and stuff now. I guess let me go on block them. I don't know you curving pot, whatever. Okay. I mean, this will happen when you. That's what happened, I guess. I don't know. And that came from my Twitch channel. I forgot I'm on Twitch as well. I'm sorry for not recognizing that's on Twitch. So I don't know. What did you say, Brian? I guess y'all have a conversation there. Brian said we decreased D-Law money. We haven't invested real money in defenses then. 26 is not big enough pick for us when we could shore up your entire defense period. Just take a second think. I think they're ready to play football, Brian. I already think they're ready to play football on defense, with the exception of the defensive tackle position. You know, they're ready to play right now. Yeah, I wouldn't mind becoming as dominant as possible on our defense because I believe that's going to be our strongest unit on the team is our defense. I can see that. I can see that. And you want to make that as dominant as possible. And there's some things that you can do to make it as dominant. Yeah, I agree, Brian. I agree. Simmons was incredible. But we ain't gonna make that type of push or that type of move. At least I don't think we will. But I didn't think we would get Cooks and Gilmore either. So what'd you say, Greg? Greg said it's just my theory. I believe Cowboys will make a splash in the first round and Robinson don't fall to 26. I believe Cowboys will trade back for extra picks. Or if Robinson is a couple picks away, the Cowboys will trade up. I can see the trade back thing. I can. Trading up. Like Cowboys drafting at 26. If the Cowboys trying to just move up to 24, 23, it won't cost as bad. You know what I'm saying? It won't cost as, it won't. So if you're talking about that, I'll agree with you on that. But if you're talking about moving where, 19, 18 and all that, I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see it at all. And actual, I believe that more inclined probably to stay put. I do. I don't think they're gonna do that. They would. I think they would be aggressive and take more picks, which actually would be a great thing for us, to be honest with you. Exactly, Joe. That's what I was saying. I think we're going O line. That kid from Florida is right. Is going to be right there, and that's where they kind of got him projected late first round. The guard from Florida. They got him projected late first round, so it kind of fits. See what I'm saying? So I think that, and I believe that would be a pretty good pick too. That kid from Oklahoma who's a tackle, but he also can play guard. That's what the Oklahoma people have said. And you know how the Cowboys love flex position in their alignment. So that's another good one. He's projected to go late first round. Yeah, I see you, Greg. That's what I was saying. If you move up like that. So there'll be two linemen there. The two linemen, kid from Florida and the kid from Oklahoma, the offensive tackle, who can play guard as well. So it's just going to be interesting. All right. All right, y'all. I'm done. I appreciate y'all hanging with me tonight. I got a little room for a couple questions, and I agree, Terry. That's what I was saying. I'm going O-line. I'm going O-line. Phone line is open real quick. I got time for a couple. Then I'm going to let y'all go on the night. Actually, I don't really got time for one. Matter of fact, about this, y'all forgive me, because somebody else is getting ready to come on the network page. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. Actually, I'm almost at that time now, because I started just a tad bit late. I believe they need to set up the studio by 8:30, so I don't want to get into no long conversation. Appreciate you, Brian. Y'all forgive me for not having the line open on tonight. I'm not going to answer any questions on tonight. I'll see you guys later this week. Okay, just turn on those live notifications. Again, let me thank all of you. All right, you're right, Shane. Tragedy in Nashville tonight. Big, for those who know, our prayers are with it. I mean, you send your child to school, and I mean, you send your baby to school, and then they don't come back home. That's gut wrenching. So, family, if you believe in the power of prayer, let's pray for those families that have been affected by mass shooting that happened in Nashville today. Just horrible. And I send my son to school every day. And it's, it's just thought of it just make you pause a little bit. All right. Again, I want to thank every one of you. Brian Smith, who's been on the show in the comment section on multiple occasions. My brother, who's in, almost over there in Russia somewhere, wherever you at, Joe. I can't. Joe, type in your country name that you listen at me from right now. Joe listens to me, and I don't even know what time it is over there. Where are you from, Joe? Type it in real quick so everybody knows. The Big Time Show is across the seas, thanks to Joe, who's been with me for a long period of time. Greg, Shane, John, I'm going back up the list, see if I see folks. John Kofi, these people that are here now, and so many others. Coach Mar. Joe is in Italy. Exactly. Joe is in Italy, and he every time I come on, it seems like he's here. People like Joe is what makes the show work. Those that have been on Podbean, but listen, I want to thank all of you, whether you watch it, particularly those that have watched me on my YouTube channel. We just hit a milestone for those that came late, and I want to thank all of you. If you even watch just for 10 minutes, I appreciate it. It's 3 a.m. in the morning in Italy. So, I love Joe. Joe, my guy. Joe is my guy. I appreciate Joe. Joe, one of these days I'm gonna have to send you something. I'm gonna have to get a T-shirt made or something to send over there and just show you my appreciation for you hanging with me all the time. But listen, if you watch me one time on YouTube, you have a reason to celebrate. Uh, I'm now over 4,000 watch hours with my show on YouTube. I've already have over 2,100 followers on my YouTube page, which means now that shortly I'm expecting an email from YouTube because I've met the requirements now to be fully monetized. The show can be fully monetized. I can't take no credit for it. That credit belongs to people like Greg Davis, Coach Marv. I don't think he's on here tonight. Shane, Byron, Joe, Miss Ty, Miss Smith, all of you people that have, taken the time out. Just what up, Keith? Most of you guys who have, every Monday, I don't do it often, 2 days a week. I don't have the time for it. I got so much stuff going on. Listen to me. Man, I got y'all, most of you know I'm an assistant pastor here in Memphis. That takes up a lot of time. I'm also in I attend Grand Canyon University where I'm in my doctorate level. I'm trying to get my doctorate. I'm in my dissertation stage now. That take up a lot of time. Then I have an 8-year-old. That take up a time. I'm married. I have a wife. That take up time. So I mean, I'm stretched in so many different places. Then I try to find time to do this. And it's people like you that keep me going. I ain't doing it with talking Cowboys and it's a little bit of Lakers and all that kind of stuff. But you guys have supported me, and I want to thank you because without you, it is no question that this show wouldn't be what it is now. Whatever you think it may be, I'm not like my brothers, West Coast and Law and Boss, the OC. These are guys who I've been on their shows and they've been on mine. Hey, but I'm not like those guys. But I thank God for the people, my folks that support me here. And guess what? Because of you and because of your shares and because of y'all saying something about me or whatever, the show has grown. We hit a new height. And I appreciate every one of you. It would not be possible if it was not for people like you who are watching me now. So I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do. I want to thank you. I'm just talking on here, but you guys evidently like what I say or whatever. I know I'm funny. Now that part I know. When I want to be, I know I'm funny. So I'm entertaining, at times. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, let's take it to another level. Hey, let's take it to another level. You'll see where we're gonna go next. On YouTube, very shortly, I would assume. We'll have a chance to, if you want to support me that way. I'm quite sure I have what most of you seen, the super chats. The super chat. It'll be available for you guys that are on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you should have it there. You can do the stars thing. It's almost the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Shane. Like that. So, hey, I can't thank you enough, Joe. Man, look, I got to thank you, man. You overseas in Italy, and every time we come on here, you here. So it's 3 a.m. You should be in the bed, and I know that. I know you're supposed to be in the bed, so I really appreciate you, man. All right, I'm out. Thank you again. We'll try it again later this week. It may be Saturday, okay? I appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you again, all right? Appreciate you. I can't thank y'all enough. I really can't. I'm overjoyed. I appreciate you so much. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. What's up, Coach? I got you. What's up, Coach Price? I want to thank Coach Price for supporting me as well on this show. We hit a new level, 4,000 watch hours now. Um, Terry Turner, man, good Lord. Man, come on, man. I can't think, these are the people who, just hung with me from just about almost day one. And now, y'all are big. Y'all got a reason to celebrate too. Because if it weren't for you guys are kind of like the foundation piece of the show. I appreciate you. We done hit 4,000 watch hours on YouTube now. We're over 2,100 subscribers. The show will be fully monetized shortly. And I can do the little super chat thing now. It's because of you guys. It ain't because of me. It's because of you guys. I am wherever I am in the little podcast community. It is because of you guys and you guys alone. God is amazing, and you are too. And so I appreciate all of you. If you just watched me for 10 minutes, if you stuck with me for the whole show, if you watched for 10 seconds, whoever you are, whatever you've done, I appreciate everything that you guys have done for little old me. I appreciate it. I promise I'm going to be around. I'm going to hang around. We're going to keep talking because, the season, I'm looking for a big season this year. Ain't no sense in me lying about it. And I think you are too. Go ahead and put your hands together real quick. We're going to get out of here. I think I've already seen it. Matter of fact, I ain't even waiting. You guys have already started the hand claps. So y'all know what that means. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later this week. This has been the Big Time Show. 4,000 watch hours. Wow.